This video analyzes Germany's attack on Russia again under the guise of a Ukrainian drone attack deep into Russian territory on December 26, 2022, and whether it will lead to the start of the Third World War. Hello friends, this is Unmasked Truth with Harmanjit Saini, where I provide unique analysis of world events based on the unmasked truth that after surrender, Germany continued World War II clandestinely and became a killing machine. I also provide true news that you will find nowhere else. In my video of December 8, 2022 titled Bombshell Development in the Russia-Ukraine War, What the Drone Strikes Deep Inside Russia Mean, I stated that on December 5, 2022, Ukraine seemingly launched unprecedented attacks on two air bases deep inside Russia, killing 3 servicemen and wounding 4. The attacks on the Engels base in the Saratov region on the Volga River and the Dyagilevo base in the Ryazan region in western Russia were some of the most audacious inside Russia during the war. These attacks were more than 300 miles inside Russia from its border with Ukraine. Then the next day, other drone attacks were launched. Associated Press reported at that time a fire broke out at an airport in Russia's southern Kursk region that borders Ukraine after a drone hit the facility, the region's governor said. In a second incident, an industrial plant 80 kilometers or 50 miles from the Ukrainian border was also targeted by drones, which missed a fuel depot at the site, Russian independent media reported. Russia responded with waves of missile attacks on civilian and infrastructure targets, which killed Ukrainian civilians. Then I exposed the truth that these were not Ukrainian drone attacks deep inside Russia, but were German attacks on Russia using their latest weapons from German soil, which were probably laser weapons. Now on Monday, December 26, 2022, 1945 reported that in the early hours of Monday morning, a Ukrainian drone is understood to have struck one of the same Russian bases again deep inside Russia, killing 3 Russian servicemen in the process. According to a statement from the Russian Ministry of Defense, the Engels Air Base, home to the Tu-95 and Tu-60 nuclear-capable bombers, which have been used to launch missile strikes in Ukraine, was struck by a Ukrainian drone. The Engels Air Base has been used repeatedly by Russian forces to conduct airstrikes in Ukraine. The 1945 report continued. Ukrainian Air Force spokesperson Yuri Inat did not immediately say that the Ukrainian military was responsible for the strikes, but did suggest that they occurred as a consequence of Russia's actions in Ukraine. If the Russians thought that the war would not affect anyone in the deep rear of Russia or anywhere else, they were deeply mistaken, Inat said. Therefore, as we see, such things are happening more and more often, and let's hope that this will only benefit Ukraine. Ukraine is now bracing for a potential retaliatory strike, according to a spokesperson for the Ukrainian Security and Defense Forces. This reminds of the events of December 5, so there may be some deja vu, some repetition of the situation, after which the Russians launched a massive missile strike, a spokesperson said. Therefore, we should be prepared for this, take it into account in our plans, and do not forget to proceed to the shelter. Ukraine is right in not claiming responsibility for the strike. A drone may have also been launched by Ukraine, which Russia shot down, but damage to the airbase was done again by Germany using the same weapon from German soil as it used on December 5 and December 6. Russia responded the same way as before by launching about 33 missiles in the southern Ukrainian city of Kherson within 24 hours into civilian areas, according to Ukrainian General Staff. Mortar and artillery attacks were also reported in areas recaptured by Ukrainian army. In the December 8 video, I also reported that German masqueraders in the United States signaled their readiness to start a civil war by shooting up two electrical power substations in North Carolina on December 3, 2022, causing 45,000 customers to lose power. A day before the latest German attack on Russia, German masqueraders in the United States attacked four substations in Pierce County, Washington state on Christmas Day, causing loss of power for thousands. Thus, they are signaling again that they are ready to start a civil war in the United States as soon as Germany and China start the Third World War. Again, as I stated in my December 8 video, I am no expert in military strategy, so I cannot predict how the war will unfold, but I can speculate on some likely scenarios. The German and Chinese plan seems to be for Germany to provoke a war with Russia. Only then China will start a war with Russia. Therefore, in the first scenario, I expect Germany to continue launching similar attacks on Russia, compelling Russia to respond with deadlier force rather than continue pounding Ukraine civilians in retaliation. I am quite sure that Russia is not targeting primarily ethnic Ukrainians, but German masqueraders civilians in Ukraine. In the second scenario, Russia may simply remain content with retaliating against German masquerader civilians in Ukraine rather than attacking Germany, hoping that Germany will get tired of the game and give up trying to provoke Russia into a war. Will Germany stop trying to start the Third World War? I seriously doubt it. Germany and China are on a course to start the Third World War. It's possible that Germany may keep trying to provoke Russia into starting the war, whereas China may start provoking a war with India, the main target being Punjabis of North India. China and Germany could use the Afghans to launch an attack on North India, or China may provoke a war with Taiwan, forcing the United States to respond. But I believe Germany and China now believe that Russia is the softer and more vulnerable target and may concentrate on provoking Russia into a war. I am a student of Bible prophecy, as are the Germans and German masqueraders. Calculations show that the world has crossed the 6,000-year mark since the creation of Adam and Eve. God's plan of salvation for mankind shows that at the end of 6,000 years of man's age has come, and God will begin taking over the kingdom of the world to usher in his 1,000-year rule under Jesus Christ. Thus, from a prophecy perspective, end time events could begin at any time, and the first prophesied end time catastrophic event is the Third World War. That's why I think Germany is not going to stop trying to start the Third World War. Its attack on Russia point in that direction. I will watch diligently and see how events unfold and will keep you informed. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please continue to watch my videos and read my articles on important world events, World War III watch, politics, international business, advice on health and medical problems, and much more for in-depth and insightful analysis. Please also subscribe to my YouTube and Facebook channels Unmasked Truth with Harmanjit Saini to view and get information on the latest videos.